All around us, in our parks, across our fields, and by the water's edge, there exists a remarkable group of birds known as fowl. These creatures are a familiar sight to many, yet their lives are full of fascinating details that often go unnoticed. Fowls belong to two main biological orders: media group, chickens in a farmyard, wild turkeys in a forest clearing at stock at distribute_equally, galliforms, which includes birds like chickens and turkeys, and anseriforms, which includes ducks and geese. They are typically ground-dwelling birds, often with stout bodies and strong legs perfectly suited for foraging on the ground. They are a vital part of the natural world, playing a crucial role in the delicate balance of their ecosystems. The importance of fowls extends far beyond their simple presence. They are a fundamental link in the food chain, serving as a source of food for a wide variety of predators, from foxes to birds of prey. At the same time, they help to control insect populations and disperse seeds as they search for their own meals. This interaction with the plant life around them helps to shape the landscape, ensuring that new plants can grow and thrive. The sounds of their calls, from a duck's quack to a pheasant's crow, are the very sounds of a healthy, vibrant countryside, a natural orchestra playing its daily symphony. These birds have shared a long and intricate history with humanity. For thousands of years we have lived alongside them, domesticating some species for food and eggs, while admiring others for their sheer beauty and wild spirit. Their feathers have been used for decoration, their likenesses have appeared in our art, and their stories have been told in our folklore. This ancient connection makes understanding them even more compelling. By observing these feathered friends, we are not just looking at an animal, we are looking at a creature that has walked, or rather waddled, alongside our own species through the ages. In a world that is constantly changing, the resilience of wildfowl is truly a thing to behold. They have adapted to live in a vast range of environments, from the frozen tundras of the north to the warm wetlands of the tropics. This adaptability speaks volumes about their evolutionary success. As we delve deeper into their world, we uncover stories of survival, family, and the remarkable ways they navigate the challenges of life in the wild. It is a world that is right on our doorstep, waiting to be discovered, full of wonder and life. When one thinks of wildfowl, a wonderful variety of birds comes to mind. Perhaps the most recognizable are the ducks, such as the mallard. The male, with his iridescent green head and bright yellow bill, is a spectacular sight, while the female is a more subtle mottled brown, perfectly camouflaged for protecting her nest. Then there are the wild chickens, or jungle fowl, found in the dense forests of Southeast Asia. These birds are the true ancestors of all domestic chickens, showcasing vibrant colors and a cautious nature that has allowed them to thrive in their native habitat, a world away from the farmyard. Another magnificent member of the fowl family is the wild turkey. Native to North America, these large, powerful birds are a truly impressive sight. The males, or toms, are famous for their fanned tails and the fleshy red wattle that hangs from their necks, which they use in elaborate courtship displays. They roam the forests in groups, their gobbling calls echoing through the trees. Similarly, the pheasant, originally from Asia but now found in many parts of the world, is another stunning example. The male pheasant is a walking jewel, adorned with iridescent plumage of bronze, green, and gold, and a long, elegant tail. In wetlands and along riverbanks, one might encounter the graceful goose. Geese, like the Canada goose with its distinctive black head and white chin strap, are known for their strong family bonds and their impressive V-shaped flight formations during migration. These birds travel enormous distances each year, navigating with a precision that still mystifies scientists. Their loud honking calls are a herald of the changing seasons, a sign that winter is coming or that spring has finally arrived. They are social creatures, often seen grazing in large, watchful flocks. Each of these birds, from the humble duck to the grand turkey, represents a unique branch of the fowl family tree. They have all evolved specific features and behaviors to suit their particular corner of the world. Some are masters of camouflage, blending seamlessly into their surroundings to avoid danger. Others use their brilliant colors to attract a mate and ensure the continuation of their species. To observe them is to witness the incredible diversity that nature is capable of producing, a rich tapestry of feathers, colors, and calls that enriches our planet. The habitats of wildfowl are as varied as the birds themselves, each species having carved out a niche in which it can flourish. Ducks and geese are, of course, water birds at heart. They are most at home in wetlands, marshes, lakes, and rivers, where they can find an abundance of food both in and out of the water. Their webbed feet make them excellent swimmers, and they use their specialized bills to sift through mud and water for aquatic plants, insects, and small fish. These watery landscapes provide them with everything they need: food, water, and a safe place to rest and raise their young. In contrast, birds like turkeys, pheasants, and wild chickens prefer a life on solid ground. They are creatures of the woodlands, grasslands, and forests. A wild turkey, for example, will spend its day foraging on the forest floor, scratching at the leaf litter with its strong feet to uncover acorns, nuts, berries, and insects. Pheasants often prefer the edges of woodlands and agricultural fields, where they can find cover in the dense undergrowth and a ready supply of grains and seeds. These terrestrial birds are built for walking and running, only taking to the air in short, powerful bursts to escape immediate danger. The diet of a fowl is a direct reflection of its environment and the changing seasons. In the spring and summer, when insects are plentiful, many fowls will feast on protein-rich creatures like beetles, caterpillars, and grasshoppers. This is especially important for their young chicks, which need the extra protein to grow strong and healthy. As autumn arrives, their diet shifts towards the bounty of the harvest. They will eat fallen fruits, seeds from grasses and other plants, and nuts like acorns and beech nuts. This varied diet allows them to adapt to what is available throughout the year. Finding a safe place to nest is of the utmost importance for all fowls. Most are ground nesters, and the female takes great care to choose a concealed spot. A duck might create a shallow scrape on the ground, lining it with soft down feathers plucked from her own breast, often hidden among tall reeds near the water. The pheasant or turkey will find a similarly secluded spot under a bush or in tall grass. The nest's location is critical for the survival of the next generation, as it must be hidden from the sharp eyes of predators that are always on the lookout for an easy meal. Life in the wild is a constant balance of finding food and avoiding becoming food. Fowls have developed a remarkable array of behaviors to stay safe from predators. Their primary defense is often camouflage. The mottled brown feathers of a female duck or a pheasant make her almost invisible when she is sitting perfectly still on her nest. Many fowls also rely on the safety of a group. A flock of geese or a rafter of turkeys has many pairs of eyes, all watching for danger. If one bird spots a threat, a warning call is instantly sent out, alerting the entire group to the potential peril. When camouflage and caution are not enough, fowls have other tricks up their sleeves. Some species, like the ptarmigan, change their feather color with the seasons, turning pure white in winter to blend in with the snow. When startled, birds like pheasants and quail will burst into the air in a flurry of wing beats and loud calls, an explosion of sound and motion designed to confuse and startle an approaching predator, giving them a precious few seconds to escape. For ducks and geese, the water is their ultimate refuge, as they can quickly swim or dive to get away from land-based threats. Humans and wild fowls have a complex and evolving relationship. In many places, they have learned to live side by side. Ducks and geese are a common and welcome sight in city parks, where people enjoy feeding them and observing their behavior. However, this close proximity can also lead to challenges, as fowls can sometimes damage crops or become a nuisance in urban areas. This shared existence requires a delicate balance and a mutual respect, an understanding that we share our spaces with these wild creatures and must find ways to coexist peacefully. Ultimately, the future of these wonderful birds is in our hands. Protecting their natural habitats, the wetlands, forests, and grasslands they call home, is the most important thing we can do to ensure their survival. By preserving these wild spaces, we are not only helping the fowls, but also the countless other species that depend on those same ecosystems. These feathered friends add so much beauty and life to our world. Their calls are the soundtrack of the wild, and their presence is a sign of a healthy planet. It is our responsibility to make sure that future generations can also experience the joy of discovering fowls in the wild.